Hey guys, different location today. Not in my car, I'm in my room. There's glitter off to the side because there's a window right here. So guys, I apologize if it's a little grainy and if it seems a little bit more echoey than what it is. I want to go ahead and talk about manosphere, the red pill, and pornography. Those are the things I want to go ahead and talk about today. So guys, pornography is very harmful. For young men, it creates some realistic expectations of what sexual relationships are going to be. Also, men resort to this because they think it's a better alternative than sexual relationships. Being married, and being in a fulfilling relationship. And of course, you definitely don't want to get into business with a sex worker because that's risky. So a lot of men they resort to this because it's an alternative because they think women are bad. I don't want to get in a relationship with them. But one of the things I want to go out and talk about is these MGTOW, these red pill, these manosphere guys. How come they never talk about? One of the things I want to mention is they never talk about where they met their wife, where people are meeting their wives, why they're getting divorced. They never talk about these kind of traumas, what their background is with them and their wives. They never talk about these issues. They don't give you those kind of details. They're profiting off off being depressed for whatever is going on. How come they don't say, well, this guy divorced his wife cheated on him because she was already a party girl that would go clubbing every weekend, every Friday and Saturday. They don't talk about those things. They don't give you those little details. They don't tell you about their traumas, about their insecurities, and there's not a whole lot of things that they talk about. They never talk about the woman having bad character or them having bad character. They never talk about, well, I was working myself like a slave just to provide, and because they didn't have the guts to stand up to their woman and say, hey, I can only make so much money and give you so much time. They never ever talk about these issues. That's one of the things that I'm going to go ahead and criticize a manosphere, red pill, MGTOW, whatever you want to call it. We'll just call it manosphere. A lot of these guys, they don't give you details of what happened. They obscure a lot of details of what happened, and they're giving false impression to young men as to what relationships are going to be. And I know they're going to probably call me, oh, you're a blue pill, white knight, blah, 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 these terminologies that they use. But one of the things I want to go ahead and mention is that there's a lot of things that are left out that they're not telling you. That's funny. How come all the women that I'm dealing with, they're logical and think critically? Sure, there are girls and they're women and they have their moments, where they can be a little moody or what happens. But at the end of the day, a lot of them that I know think critically and make good decisions. And these other women, the party girls that go clubbing, I don't know too much of them to be honest. So I can't speak on that perspective. But then again, you know, these guys, if they're running into these party girls and making these bad choices, who's, you know, at the end of the day, you could control which relationships you're gonna have, and if you're messing around with party girls, you only have yourself to blame for. These guys don't talk about where they don't. They talk about how things suck, but they never give solutions. Let me go ahead and take a drink. Not a sponsor, guys. So yeah, let's cut through the BS and the baloney. How come they don't give details? Women suck, and they can't think critically, and to be honest, really, what kind of company do you keep? Ask these questions. I bet you they. I want. I bet you if I'd even be willing to talk to some of these guys. I'm a small YouTuber, so of course they're probably never gonna see this video, and if they do, I'd love to have a conversation with them. That way we could exchange ideas and we could all learn. But guys, I want to go ahead and just leave it there. Definitely, the majority of women are good women. I know that there's a lot of women that are terrible, but definitely the company you choose, you're 100% in charge of the company you keep. Keep that in mind, guys. And I'll go ahead and just leave it there. I'll wrap it up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.